Oh, you thought that young Jock and Kendra had finally reconciled. However, this isn't a happy ending. Rather, it's the start of a full-blown scandal because, according to the most recent Bombshell, Kendra is pregnant, but Jockey isn't the father. Yes, you read correctly. The only question now is if it's not Jockey, then who is it? Trust me, this is where things get even more bizarre because the man responsible for this ultimate betrayal isn't just any man. Rather, he is someone who stood by his side while stabbing him in the back. When Jack learned of this, the events that followed were straight out of if you thought that young Jock and Kendra had finally found peace after all the cheating scandals in reality TV drama, congratulations. You played yourself because this latest bombshell is a whole new level of disorder. So, who is this mystery man? And how did Kendra keep this secret for so long? Stay tuned because the tea I'm about to spill, baby, it's boiling all right. Let's get into it because the tea coming out of young Jock and Kendra's world right now, baby, is hotter than ever. We're talking about cheating, rumors, public humiliation, side chicks appearing out of nowhere, the whole reality TV disaster package, and Kendra standing by Jock's side. She deserves a medal for patience, but it seems like even Kendra has her limits because what just came out is about to burn everything to the ground. So here's what we know. Kendra is pregnant. Normally that would be a happy announcement, right? Well, you heard that right, and if you think that's bad, wait. It gets even messier according to insiders. Jock didn't even hear about Kendra's pregnancy from the same shady sources who always seem to know Jock's business before he does. Instead, he learned about it from a leaked medical report that purportedly confirmed Kendra was pregnant. But the DNA test, ruled Jock out as the father. Let me tell you, when that report went viral online, Twitter went crazy in a matter of minutes. After everything was said and done, Jock wasn't the father. Who the hell is S? Sue Jock was out there defending Kendra the entire time, and she was the one creeping. But wait, things got worse when Jock discovered, "Oh, honey," he snapped. According to sources, he was out running errands when his phone began to blow up with missed calls, back-to-back texts, and the headlines that said, "Oh, they were Kendra is pregnant, preggin' Jock is Jock ain't the daddy Reister was TV star expa paternity scandal." At first, the Jock didn't believe it, thinking it was some sick joke because, after all, Kendra wouldn't do that to him. However, when he saw the leaked DNA report, everything went haywire. Witnesses claim that he was pacing back and forth, shaking his head and muttering under his breath. He allegedly threw his phone across the room, shattering it so hard that it broke, repeating that this can't be real, this can't be real. Oh, but it was real. A Jock and Jock realized that Kendra had been lying the entire time. He got in his car and drove straight home. This is where things get intense because Jock and Jock arrived. At the house, the energy was different. It seems like Kendra was just sitting on the couch, scrolling through her phone as if nothing had happened when he slammed the door and said, "You got something to tell me." Oh, Kendra didn't even flinch. Instead, she gave him a bored look and said, "What are you talking about, girl? Don't play with me, you know." "What I'm talking about, Kendra, do Endra." Oh, she shrugged. "I'm pregnant, which is all you need to know." Jock allegedly grabbed Kendra's phone off the couch, looked her in the eyes, and said, "Not the father, who is it, Kendra, Kodra?" Oh, she smirked. Yes, she actually had the nerve to smirk and say, "Does it matter, baby?" Witnesses claim that Jock kicked over the coffee table, knocked over a lamp, and punched the wall so hard it left a dent. He was screaming at Kendra, demanding to know who the father was, but Kendra, oh sis, was sitting there looking unconcerned. Your jaw drops because Jock wasn't the only person who showed up that night. Oh no, because just when everything was at its breaking point, guess who walked through the door? Kirk Fro Yep, the same Kirk Frost who has been avoiding cheating scandals for years. The same Kirk Frost who has been grinning in Jock's face the entire time. The same Kirk Frost who was Jock's so-called friend. When Kirk walked in, you could see the moment it all clicked in his head. Jock reportedly turned to Kendra and said, "It's him." And Kendra said, "Oh, you wanted to know who the father was? If you thought that young Jock and Kendra were finally in a good place after all the cheating scandals and reality TV drama, congratulations." This latest bombshell is on another level, so let me take you back because if you've been following the roller coaster that is their relationship, you already know that they have been through it. We're talking about cheating rumors, public humiliation, side chicks popping up out of nowhere, The whole messy reality TV starter pack. And through it all, Kendra has managed to remain strong. The shocking part is that Jock is not the father. Yes, you heard that right, and if you think that's bad, hold on because it gets even messier according to insiders. By insiders, I mean the same messy sources who always know Jock's business before he does. Jock didn't find out about the pregnancy through Kendra. Nope, he found out through a leaked medical report that said so. On the plus side, Kendra deserves a medal for patience, but it appears that even she has her limits because what just came out is about to destroy everything. Claimed to have verified Kendra's pregnancy, but their DNA test, ruled Lockout as the father. Let me tell you, when that news broke online, Twitter went crazy. After everything was said and done, the streets went crazy. There's no way, Kendra. Did Jock dirty like that? Hold up, Jock isn't the father. Who the hell is S? Joak was out here defending Kendra all this time, and S says she was the on-creeping G. But wait, it gets worse. When he found out, oh honey, he snapped sour. R. According to sources, Jock was out running errands when his phone began exploding with text messages, missed calls, and the headlines. It was brutal. When the reality TV star was first exposed in a paternity scandal, the Jock didn't believe it because he thought it was a sick joke. However, when the Jock saw the leaked DNA report, everything went haywire. According to witnesses, the Jock was seen pacing back and forth, shaking his head and muttering under his breath. He also allegedly threw his phone across the room so hard that it shattered on the floor. One source claimed that the Jock kept saying, "This can't be real, this can't be real, oh, but it's real." When Jack realized that Kendra had been lying to him the entire time, he got in his car and drove home. This is where it gets serious, because when Jock entered that house, the energy was different. It seems like Kendra was sitting on the couch, scrolling through her phone as if nothing had happened. Jock then barged in, slammed the door, and said, "You have something to tell me." Kendra, however, didn't even flinch. Instead, she gave him a bored look and said, "What are you talking about? Excuse me, girl, don't play dumb." Jock allegedly stepped closer and said, "Don't play with me. You know what I'm talking about." "Kendra, I'm pregnant," Jock said, and you could see the veins popping out of his forehead. Claimed to have taken Kendra's phone off the couch, looked her in the eyes and said, "And Father Fahor, who is it?" Kendra smirked, irked. Yes, she actually had the audacity to say, "Does it matter? Baby Jock lost it." According to witnesses, Jock kicked over the coffee table, knocked over a lamp, and punched the wall so hard that it left a dent. He was screaming at Kendra, demanding to know who the father was, but Kendra, oh sis, was sitting there looking unconcerned. Kirk Frost, who has been sidestepping cheating scandals for years, who has been smiling in Jock's face the entire time, who was Jock's so-called friend, was through the door. When Kirk walked in, you could see the moment it all clicked in his head. According to witnesses, Jock turned to Kendra and said, "It's him, it's it." Kendra, on the other hand, simply crossed her arms and said, "You wanted to know who the father was. How could you do this to me, brother?" Kirk, oh Kirk, had the audacity laugh. Oh yes, he did laugh. Kirk allegedly said, "Hey man, it just kind of happened." The worst part was that security dragged the Jock out of the house while Kendra and Kirk stood side by side, watching him go completely crazy. However, the problem is that the Jock isn't the type to just take an L and walk away, because rumors have it that he is already calling his lawyers. Yes, he is allegedly preparing to go nuclear. And Kendra, oh sis, may have just started a war she isn't prepared for. The real question is how long this has been going on. And did Kendra really think she was going to get away with this? Oh, you better stay locked in because the scandal is far from over, and trust me, you're not prepared for what's coming next. Social media exploded within minutes, and Twitter was on fire, so Kendra was planning this the entire time. Kirk Frost needs to sit down because no one has time for this messy behavior. He should call up his lawyers as soon as possible because this is war. War. Kirk and Kendra are outright villains, and Jock needs a lawyer as soon as possible. According to the video sources, he was pacing his house and yelling, "She played me, she really played me." Now Jock isn't just angry, he's in revenge mode because rumors are circulating that he has already contacted his lawyers. Yes, Jock is reportedly planning to sue Kendra and Kirk for emotional damages and defamation, and he may have a case because insiders are now claiming that Jock and Kendra had a prenuptial agreement. Humiliation, honey. Kendra might not just lose the bag, she might lose the Jock. Meanwhile, Kendra and Kirk have reportedly gone into hiding. According to sources, Kirk has stopped returning his calls, and Kendra has allegedly disappeared entirely. However, the Jock isn't letting this go, claiming that he has already scheduled an interview with a major news outlet, and that he intends to expose Kirk and Kendra for everything they did to him. The real question is, however, how long this has been going on. Did Kirk and Kendra really think they were going to get away with it? And most importantly, is Jock going to take them both down? This is why you should stay locked in. Let's pick up where we left off, because after that explosive fight at Kirk's house, Jock was on a mission and wasn't about to sit back and let Kendra and Kirk humiliate him like that. Trust me, Jock had a plan. Drama is far from over. You thought that was bad, honey. The fallout from the scandal is about to reach catastrophic levels. Jock's discovery that Kendra was pregnant with Kirk's baby was only the beginning. Now, Jock isn't just mad, he's ready for war. Because the very next morning, according to reports, Jock called up his legal team, by which I mean the same powerful attorneys who have represented some of the biggest names in hip-hop, and Jock wasn't content to settle this quietly. Instead, he wanted to go public. According to an insider, Jock wasn't just seeking retribution. He was also trying to destroy Kirk and Kendra's reputation. And guess what? Jock had the receipts to prove it. According to sources, Jock had been monitoring Kendra's shady behavior for months. Additionally, Jock allegedly had surveillance footage that proved Kendra had been skulking around with Kirk for more than a year. Even worse, Jock allegedly had receipts that demonstrated Kirk had been using money from their joint business account to finance these covert meetings. We're talking about lavish hotel suites, private dinners, and pricey gifts, all of which were paid for with Jock's money. Oh my God, but wait, it gets worse. Jock's legal team reportedly told him that he could file charges for fraud and embezzlement because Kirk wasn't just sleeping with Kendra, he was abusing business funds to do it. And if Jock pursued that lawsuit, Kirk might face severe financial repercussions. As you are already aware, social media was consuming this, so Kirk was cheating and stealing. Kendra and Kirk are truly going to lose everything, so Jack better get his money back with interest. However, this is where things took a drastic turn because Kirk, yes, he attempted to spin the story. 2 days after the fight, Kirk uploaded a photo of himself standing in front of a Rolls-Royce to Instagram, captioning it, "You guys stay out of grown folks' business," as we get, excuse me, but guess who was in the passenger seat? You guessed it. Kendra was sitting there grinning as if she didn't care at all. And let me tell you, the comments were nasty. Now that Kirk has stolen from Jock and gotten his girl pregnant, you think this is cute and Jock needs to fire him right away. But Jock wasn't going to let Kirk get away with this because, according to sources, Jock's legal team had already drafted the paperwork for this lawsuit, and the best part is that Jock has even more receipts that he hasn't yet released, but rumors are circulating that Jock is going to do a full interview. The details are even worse than you might think, so the question isn't whether Kirk and Kendra will be exposed, but rather, when. The drama is about to rock the industry, because the very next day, Jock went on The Breakfast Club, and baby, he spilled everything. He sat down with Charlemagne, DJ Envy, and Angela Y, and when they asked him about the situation with Kendra and Kirk, he didn't mince words. Did it right in front of me. When Charlemagne asked him how he learned about it, he simply replied, "I learned the same way y'all did, from the blogs." When Charlemagne asked him about the fight, he laughed and said, "Let's just say Kirk got what he deserved, oh my God." He continued by saying that he was pursuing legal action, and when DJ NB asked him if he was going to press charges, he replied, "Let's just say my lawyers are handling it." However, Jock didn't stop there, as later that same day, he released a song called Yes, Whole Diss Track. "You were cruel, thinking you were my brother, but you stabbed me in the back, took my girl and my money, and now I'm taking it all back. Fake friends, fake love, huh?" Social media went crazy, and the Jock really released a diss track about Kendra and Kirk. This is going to be a hip-hop war, and you better win a Grammy for it. And guess what? The song started charting, yes, Jock's Revenge, and hit number 3 on the iTunes hip-hop charts within a day. Meanwhile, Kirk and Kendra were going low. According to sources, Kirk hasn't been seen in public since the fight, and Kendra deleted her Instagram. This is where things get crazy, because now that Kirk has other side chicks coming forward, several women have allegedly contacted gossip websites to say that Kirk had been hooking up with them while he was seeing Kendra. One woman even said that Kirk promised to support her financially, and now she's threatening to expose him if he doesn't pay. Oh my god, and Kendra, my sister, isn't handling it well. Insiders claim that Kendra has been bombarding Kirk's phone with requests to know how many other women are out there. Kirk told her to calm down, which only made her even more enraged. Sources claim that Kendra has even moved out of Kirk's home, and rumors have it that she has already contacted a divorce lawyer. Yes, you read correctly. Kendra may be attempting to divorce Kirk now that she has been dumped. Jock, on the other hand, is doing very well. He reportedly booked several club appearances and interviews following the release of the song, and insiders are claiming that he is already in negotiations to release a follow-up track. The real question, though, is whether this is the end for Jock and Kirk, or if it's just the start of a new round of drama as Kirk's other women are coming forward, and Kendra is threatening to divorce him. Messiest breakup Atlanta has ever witnessed, and the Jock is laughing as he watches everything fall apart. After all, even though Jack may have lost Kendra, he's going to win the war. The question now is this the end of the relationship between